a lot going on in your life right now. I just want to, first of all, say thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to speak with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Obviously I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm amazing. That's something I'm kind of shying away from. I'm so used to putting a happy face on. I think that's what happens when you've been on TV for 10 years is you just learn to be good all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where my podcast comes into play is it's okay to not be okay. And that's kind of the place that I'm at right now is just using my podcast as an outlet to be vulnerable, talk about everything going on in my life so that at the end of the day, the truth always comes out and to just kind of be patient with myself.
You have a smile on your face, so definitely that makes me happy. How's your family doing?
They're pushing through. We're at a place where we put our faith in God. We definitely don't put our faith in the system. I've never seen two people, my parents, be so steadfast in their faith and in prayer and just literally on their knees every morning praying and having their time. And to me, it's just so admirable. And that's kind of just my focus is just watching them and still learning and growing from them in a time like this and just kind of staying strong through it all and knowing that in the end, the truth will prevail. It may get harder before it gets easier, but we have faith.
I want to congratulate you on the release of your podcast, Unlocked.
Welcome to Unlocked with me, Savannah Chrisley. There's so much growth that happens in the uncomfortable conversations in places to where you just never thought growth was possible.
I'm curious about the timing, about why you chose now to come out with this podcast.
I've always wanted to do a podcast. I just never really made it a priority. I just got to a point where I was like, all right, I need an outlet for myself. Like my mental health is more important than all these other projects that I have going on. And I need an outlet to voice how I'm feeling. And chances are if I'm feeling this way, so many other people are feeling the exact same way. So I want to take what I'm going through and hopefully make a difference in even just one person's life. Because then for me, it wasn't wasted. With our show, it was always so funny and we never really hit deep on much. And so I feel like throughout all the years, I had all these things bottled up that I never got to speak about. And even, when it comes to relationship that I spoke about, an NBA player that I dated that is just a hot mess, I was always the bad guy. I never got to tell my truth or what people did to me. And now it's like, okay, this is the truth. It's not to bash anyone. It's just the truth.
Is anything off limits with this podcast?
Not at all. I think that was kind of the whole reason I started this was because I was like, there are no parameters.
The huge through line and theme that I found in listening to a few episodes of Unlocked is mental health. You talk about it so openly and you share so much about your personal struggles. And specifically, I want to talk about one moment that you mentioned that really kind of hit me in the gut.
These past few months have taken on my mental health have been insane, for lack of a better term. I mean, I was not leaving my house. I was not going out and having fun. I kind of was like a robot. Yes, there have been times where I've turned to alcohol.
What was it that put you in such a dark place?
Obviously, this whole legal battle that's been spread across the news, I have had to deal with it from a child's perspective and have just the hateful comments on social media and people just having no grace or understanding or really educating themselves. It was just so hard to see all the negativity when I know the people that are in my life and I know their hearts and I know the things they are and are not capable of. It was just really, really difficult and to not be able to state our truth. And I think I just got to a really, really low point. And I speak about this in my podcast about, suicide and my own struggles with it.
I just want to check on you. How are you doing right now? How are things?
Honestly, I'm a pretty strong individual. I'm going to therapy right after this. I am just making that a priority. There's just things in your life that you need to make a priority. And when you notice that you're not okay, then you have hopefully the tools to fix it.